Right. So today we're going to be taking a trip, kind of metaphorically speaking, to Istanbul Airport, but not for the reason you might think.
Yeah, not to catch a flight.
Right.
Yeah, no long security lines or anything like that for us today.
No. Instead, we're diving into, we're doing a deep dive into this really cool initiative they've got going on over there.
No.
And I think everybody, who's ever flown has probably felt this, like, you're excited to go somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
You're ready for the adventure. You've packed your bags.
The anticipation.
But you're also, like,
distressed.
a little bit stressed
about
all the things that can go wrong
with everything.
with travel. Right.
Totally.
And Istanbul Airport is trying to do something really unique to combat that.
Yeah.
That stress that travelers feel.
Absolutely. And what could be better than dogs, right?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, who doesn't love a furry friend? I mean, come on.
Especially when you're stressed. So they've got this program in place where they've brought in therapy dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea is that, passengers can interact with these dogs, they can pet them, and they can kind of just de-stress a little bit before their flight.
Right. Get those oxytocin levels up,
There you go.
Feel a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah, and there's actually this one traveler, Anastasia Podmazova.
Yeah, I read about her too.
Who had a really positive experience with one of the dogs, a dog named Kooky.
Kooky, yeah.
And just from reading her account, she was really feeling anxious, and then Kooky kind of came over, let her pet him, and it just kind of like
melted away.
Yeah, just eased everything away.
Right, and that's not just anecdotal. There's actual science that backs this up.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, totally.
Like I mentioned, the oxytocin. There's studies that show that just petting a dog can reduce cortisol.
Which is that stress hormone.
Exactly, the stress hormone.
That we all have way too much of these days, I think.
Yeah.
Especially when we're traveling.
Yeah.
So it's just really cool that they're actually doing this, in an airport.
Yeah.
And the best part is, like, it's been so successful that Istanbul Airport's actually thinking about expanding the program.
Yeah, they're thinking about doubling the number of dogs.
Right. So they started with 5, and they're thinking about going up to 10.
10? That's a lot of furry friends.
That's a lot of good boys and good girls.
Yeah.
But what I'm curious about is, like, what makes these dogs, so well suited for this kind of environment?
Yeah, that's a good question, because an airport is not the most relaxing place.
No, it's not.
It can be pretty chaotic, pretty noisy. People are running around.
Yeah, it's stressful.
Stressed, yeah. So these dogs aren't your typical, family pet. They go through this really intense training program.
Yeah, they have to have a special temperament, for sure.
Yeah, they have to be super calm and really tolerant of all those loud sounds and crowds. I mean...
luggage carts. And
exactly.
The announcements and...
the loudspeaker, yeah, the beeping.
Yeah, and children sometimes.
Yes. The unpredictable nature of an airport, they have to be ready for anything.
So I was reading this quote from one of the dog experts who's involved in the program, Murat Tengizkoka, and he was saying that this training that they get, it's really all about, making them comfortable.
Right.
Helping them understand that the airport is this is their workplace, and it's a safe place for them to be.
Yeah, that's so important, right? It's not just about the passengers feeling good, but also making sure the dogs are happy and comfortable.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah. And, it kind of makes me wonder, like, could this be a thing?
At other airports.
At other airports, yeah. Like,
yeah.
Do you think this is something that we could see more of?
I mean, I really hope so. Imagine getting off a long flight.
Yeah, you're exhausted.
You're jet-lagged. Maybe you've dealt with delays.
Lost your luggage.
Exactly. And there's a friendly dog to greet you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that just make the whole travel experience so much better?
It would absolutely. And not just for, like, international travel, but even think about, like, domestic flights.
Right.
People who are just flying, within a country or...
Totally.
Or even just, people who are afraid of flying.
Right, who have that phobia. Yeah. This could be, like, a game changer for them.
Absolutely. And, thinking bigger picture, this whole thing really makes you think about how we approach well-being.
Yeah.
In these kind of public spaces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, airports are stressful.
They are.
Travel is stressful.
It is.
So why not try to make it a little bit more humane, a little bit more pleasant?
I know. It's just a really cool idea.
It is.
And like, what else could we do?
Right. Like, where else could we bring these furry ambassadors of calm?
Yeah.
Could we have them in hospitals and schools?
What about the DMV?
The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, I mean, it just makes you think about all the different ways that we can use these amazing animals to kind of make the world a little bit less stressful. Absolutely, and a little bit more joyful.
Yeah.
So, listeners, what do you think?
Yeah. Would you like to see therapy dogs at your local airport?
Let us know.
And what other places could you imagine them bringing a little bit of peace and happiness to?
We'd love to hear your ideas.
Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.